Hello, it's another edition of DEBTORS Reviews. If it's your first time here, consider hitting the red subscribe button below. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any of my subsequent videos. And if you're a returnee, it's always a pleasure having you back. For without you, there'll be no me. Thank you guys. Awesome having you here. Today I want to address a very serious issue. A problem that has stood between people and the realization of their dreams. Okay, a problem that has prevented people from achieving their sole purpose in life. Let me ask you a question, dear sister. Why haven't you started that weave-on business you talked about 5 years ago? Why? Any reasons why? No reason? Oh, I see. Then brother, how come you're still a bachelor? Oh, sorry for disrespecting you. You're above 40 now. You are now a manchella. How come you're still a manchella? You introduced Anita to all of us. Said she was awesome, from a good family. She had good personality. You were going to marry her. What happened? You're still not married till today. You are a victim of procrastination. Procrastination is the thief of time. Procrastination is close friends with excuses. Okay, they say if you are determined to do something, you will find a way. If you're determined not to do something, you will find an excuse. Now, procrastination uses excuse as a tool to hold down your destiny. Whenever there is something that is in front of you that you're supposed to do, procrastination doesn't come to you first. It pushes his friend excuses to you. Why aren't you going back to school? Excuses. Oh, I don't have enough money. Oh, I don't have enough time. Oh, I'm too young. Oh, I'm too old. That is why you're not fulfilling your destiny. So in this video, we're going to be looking at six ways to prevent you from falling for procrastination. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Oh yeah, come, make we go.
Do you know the richest place in the whole world? The richest place in the whole world. It is the graveyard, the cemetery. Why? Because it's a place that is full of unachieved potentials. Unfulfilled dreams and aspirations are buried in there. Okay? Because of circumstances and also majorly procrastination. Without further ado, let's jump right into 6 ways you can prevent yourself from being a victim of procrastination. Number 1, realize that things will not get easier. It will get harder. Okay? About 2 decades ago, the requirement to be a lecturer, graduate assistant, was mere having a first degree. A first degree would have sufficed 10-20 years ago for you to be a graduate assistant lecturer. But as years went by, they raised the bar. The prerequisite was having a master's degree in view, evidence that you're already doing your master's degree. As years went by, a master's degree became a prerequisite. As years went by, a PhD in view became the prerequisite. Over the course of time, things get more difficult. What is easy for you to do today would become complicated for you to do tomorrow, because there are changes taking place, not only generally, but in your life, in your personal life. I had a friend who 10 years ago had the dream of going to the university to study mechanical engineering because he learned the job of a mechanic as a roadside mechanic, and he wanted to have a degree so as to position himself in an advantageous place when it comes to getting into the corporate organization. I saw him recently and I asked him if he pursued that dream. He told me, oh, he didn't pursue it, and it's more complicated now that he has a wife and 2 children. You see, it was easier back then. It's more complicated now. So I told him, you made the mistake back then. You know, Now it's more complicated, but now is still the easiest time for you to do it because the complication continues as time goes on. Okay, so do it now. The best time for you to do whatever you want to do is now. Things will not get easier. Tip number 2, have a to-do list. Okay, back then in high school, we used to have reading timetable. When you write things down and you place them in conspicuous places around your house, it helps you to be more motivated, to pursue your commitments, to fulfill the things that you said you were going to do. Makes you more responsible, makes you more responsive to the task ahead when you document them and you write them down. Give yourself deadlines so that you'll be able to work with the deadlines. Okay, tip number 3, know that you're not promised tomorrow. Okay, the same man proposes, God disposes. What you're supposed to do today, you're putting it off till tomorrow. Who told you that you're going to live that long? Okay, when you have that realization that you're not here for forever, you will want to do what you need to do now at the moment, because they say yesterday is a bounced check, tomorrow is a promissory note. The only cash you have at hand is today, and you have to make the best use of it. Today is all you have. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not promised. Okay, now tip number 4, break the task in bits. When you think about a task as a whole, the enormity of it makes you demoralized. You feel tired even before you start the task because you're looking at it in a wholesome fashion. Every task is in stages. Okay, so your ability to break the task down into stages is going to help you to attack the task bit by bit. That way you're not demoralized by the enormity of the task. Okay, if you're age 30 and your plan is to get married at the age of 35, of course you need to get a job. After getting a job, you need to get an apartment. You need to furnish the apartment. You need to get a fiance. You need to get to know her before you marry her. No, so now start with getting a job first. When you get a job, then move ahead to getting an apartment. When you get the apartment, preoccupy yourself with furnishing the apartment. See, now you're not attacking everything as a whole. Get married. Now you're attacking them in bits. It will help you to do the job and get it done without you overwhelming yourself. Okay? Number 5, if you have several tasks aligned for you to do in a day, start with the hardest one. Okay, if you're going to wash the car, you're going to fix breakfast, you're going to run errands, do the most difficult task when you wake up in the morning reinvigorated from a restful night's sleep. Attack the hardest one. When you get the hardest one done, then you're feeling like the boss, because the rest of them are just minor things that you can just do. They're easy for you to do, right? Because you've done the most difficult one, and the rest of them are just more or less like child's play. Okay, number 6, ask somebody to check on you. Okay, now when I come here and I brag and I say, oh, I'm not gonna smoke anymore, and I say it to the whole world, everybody knows, my spouse knows, my kids know, my neighbors know. When the urge to smoke comes, where do I go to smoke? Now everybody, all eyes are going to be on me. Okay, when you ask someone to check on you, your New Year resolutions, you've told them and stuff like that, when you forget, they are going to remind you. I told a friend of mine who was battling with nicotine addiction. He was into smoking and he wanted to stop. I told him, go to the people who sell cigarettes to you and tell them you have stopped smoking. So he went around his neighborhood and told all the cigarette sellers he is no longer smoking. He told all his smoking friends, partners, he was no longer smoking. So when the urge came for him to go and smoke, there was nowhere to go. There was nobody to go with, because he already said he was not smoking anymore, and his word had to be his bond. So that helped him in his journey to stop smoking. I tell you, there is no perfect time for you to do anything. If the farmer waited for the perfect time to plant, he would never plant and he would starve. Okay, remember that uncle of yours who said in 1975 that he was looking for the perfect woman to marry? You remember him? I saw him last week wooing a girl of 18, promising her marriage. He's still not married till today. He's still searching, and guess how old he is? 62. Remember that lady in 1995 who told her husband no, she doesn't want to get pregnant. She was taking contraceptives because she doesn't want to mess up her physique. She doesn't want to have kids now. You remember her? I saw her yesterday in church praying to God for the fruit of the womb. It's almost too late now. She's 52. She was waiting for the perfect time to have kids. She threw away her opportunity to have kids. So do not wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Get it done. Forget about your mistakes of yesterday. Yes, procrastination robbed you of the opportunity of pursuing your dreams yesterday. Yes, we know that. The best time is now, because tomorrow, who told you you would live that long? Okay? Give this video a like. If you like this video, share this video with your friends on social media. Help us grow on this channel because we want to reach a larger audience, okay? Subscribe to this channel if you're new here. Let me see in the comment section below if this video resonates with you. Till I see you next time, it's bye for now.